Keiji, is she your date for tonight? Well, let's at least have a toast. Oh, whoops.
You call yourself a nurse? Seriously?
What?
I'm Keiji Sato. Tonight, I came to this fancy restaurant with my girlfriend, Nagisa Funai, but...
Well, if it isn't Keiji.
Yumika.
It's been a while since we last saw each other.
My ex, Yumika Miyake, was here too.
This is my fiancé, Ryota Edano. His father is the head of the hospital where I work.
Yumika's a nurse. Nice to meet you.
He totally aced this incredibly tough, risky surgery. He even spoke at the medical conference today. And everyone couldn't stop talking about how great he was.
That's impressive.
And you are? Keiji, is she your date for tonight?
Yeah, we're just having dinner.
Oh, I see. You're ordering all the simple dishes, huh? Well, I can't blame you. This restaurant is pretty expensive for you, Keiji. Oh, that's not why we...
Yumika, my dad's about to arrive. Maybe we should head back to our table.
You're right. Anyway, let's at least toast before we go. Cheers! Oh, whoops. Ah!
Nagisa,
Oh my gosh, my bad.
are you alright? Hang in there, just don't move. I'm gonna try to give you some emergency care. Yumika, you call yourself a nurse? Seriously?
What? I didn't do it on purpose.
This looks really bad. I'll call for some help.
Keiichi, what's going on here? What's all this commotion? Oh, wait, Nagisa, are you okay?
Dad? And our hospital's vice director June Oda is here too?
I'm having an allergic reaction right now. I think I'll be fine, but could someone call an ambulance just in case?
Got it. I already called for an ambulance. They're on the way. And so, after the ambulance arrived soon after, and Nagisa was taken to Doki Doki Hospital, the very same hospital where Yumika works.
Yumika, you're a nurse, aren't you? And Ryota, why didn't you stop her?
Nagisa has a really serious nut allergy. Stuff from wine barrels can even cause a reaction. Fancy restaurants always use wine in their food and drinks, not just beverages. So we've steered clear of them. I made sure she'd only get meals that were totally safe for her.
I didn't know that.
I get that you didn't do it on purpose. But come on, Yumika. You saw our table and the dishes we ordered. You must have noticed something was off with the meals, right? As a nurse, shouldn't you have caught that?
I'm so sorry.
An error like that is just not okay coming from someone who works at a hospital. I mean, it's bad enough, but Nagisa of all people? Seriously?
What do you mean by that?
Nagisa was set to meet us at our hospital tomorrow to go over a major equipment upgrade.
I was in the loop about that meeting, but why her specifically?
Who is she anyway?
She's the executive director at Days Meditech. Yeah, she also oversees all the projects they do with their partner companies.
Wait, what?
And on top of that, her father is the CEO of Days Meditech. He's basically the guy everyone in the medical field looks up to.
Say what? Are you serious?
No way, that's insane.
The upcoming equipment update was meant to be a PR move for Days Meditech. This is a major opportunity for us, and something our hospital could really benefit from. But now, for the sake of our hospital, I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. I want you both to reflect on what happened today, and straighten up your behavior. Now, hold on, June. Sure, what happened to Nagisa was bad, and makes our hospital look bad. But punishing our people just because of who got hurt, that's going way too far. Excuse me? Whether the person involved is powerful or not doesn't change the fact that it was an accident. Those are two separate things. I mean, yeah, but still. Look, we all need to stay sharp, but let's not overreact.
You two, just learn from this. Got it? Got it.
Got it. Wait, Nagisa's staying at our hospital for a week? Isn't that a bit long?
She's had a slow onset allergies before, and since this happened because of our hospital staff, even when they weren't on duty, we were required to conduct an internal investigation. That's why she'll be sticking around our hospital longer.
An internal investigation? Is it really that big a deal?
Well, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Right.
The next day. Thanks for having me today, I really appreciate it. Wait, you're filling in for Nagisa? Yeah, actually, I recently got the offer to become the CEO of Tokimeki Solutions, a subsidiary of Days Meditech. Whoa, what? Tokimeki Solutions? That company's blowing up right now. They're growing like crazy.
No freaking way! Keiichi's actually moving up the career ladder that much?
At the same time, Nagisa's condition was improving. So, since she was already at Doki Doki Hospital, she could also join the meeting.
The doctor told me to take it easy. So, Keiichi, you're gonna need to lead today's meeting. Sorry about that.
No worries, I got the CEO offer, so I'll definitely give it my all to handle this properly.
Thanks. I'm counting on you.
Alright, let's get started. From the documents you shared, it looks like your hospital's still using mostly older models of medical equipment. So I'd recommend upgrading each one to newer versions. It'll cut down on maintenance costs and energy use overall. But that's not the direction I want to go in. Huh? Instead of just upgrading the existing old models, I'm looking for brand new top-tier gear, so our hospital patients can get the most modern treatments. But your hospital's strength is general healthcare, isn't it? You typically refer patients who need high-end treatments to other hospitals that specialize in them. High-tech equipment is great, but it's unbelievably expensive. I believe standard, versatile equipment is a better choice for this hospital.
I'm with Keiichi on this. That equipment we got before based on your recommendation, Ryota, was really effective, but the doctors and nurses complained that it was overly complicated and a pain to handle.
Well, just make sure everyone gets trained on it. And that's what makes a hospital better.
That's easier said than done. We're already swamped with daily tasks.
Most of the latest equipment you're bringing up requires extensive learning and maintenance. So it's just not very functional for your Doki Doki Hospital. Being busy isn't an excuse to stop improving.
Ideally, sure, but realistically,
Eventually, Ryota will be running this hospital. So if he wants to go all out on modernization and new technology, perhaps we ought to let him do it.
Toshiyuki, don't you think you're going a bit too easy on him? You even overlooked confronting him about Yumika's careless work with that patient.
That one wasn't her fault. The patient was being super irrational.
Maybe so, but ignoring patients' needs like that...
Sometimes you just gotta let some stuff go as it is. We already have a ton of work to do.
Is that so?
Alright, it seems like we've heard what everyone thinks. But honestly, from what I'm hearing, I'm a little concerned about how this hospital is being managed. As this project also has an impact on our company's PR, I believe my father should personally drop in for an assessment.
Sorry, what? Wait, Akinori himself?
Yes, that's right.
Understood. I'll make the arrangements right away.
Well, I guess that didn't really go anywhere.
What are you talking about? Of course it did. We've figured out what they genuinely want. Plus, how they're not even seeing eye to eye. That's a step forward.
You think so? Well, I guess you're right.
You handled that perfectly, especially for someone stepping in last minute. Seriously, thank you. I really mean it.
Glad I could help.
You're seriously so reliable, Keiichi. Remember that time at the gift shop when they were pushing me to buy something? You acted like you had a work call going on just to get me out of it. And then whispered, You got allergies, right? That honestly meant so much to me.
Wow, you still remember that?
Of course I do. A team with members from various departments was originally supposed to work on this project. But since it's related to a PR initiative, I handled all the preliminary work alone to make sure it was efficient. And even though this isn't really your specialty, you jumped in and did everything perfectly and quickly. I'm seriously impressed.
Well, it's good experience for when I officially take over as the CEO of Tokimeki Solutions. And hey, it's also a good way to score points with your dad.
Oh, come on.
A few days later, Nagisa's dad, Akinori Funai, dropped by the hospital for the inspection.
So, I heard Nagisa's recovery's been going well?
Yeah, I'm really sorry for what happened then. I really should have done more.
From what I've heard, there wasn't much you could have done, Keiichi. What matters is that Nagisa's safe. Your top priority to protect her now is just to do your job excellently while filling in.
Yes, sir.
Akinori, please forgive us for all the trouble the other. Toshiyuki, let's talk about that later. For now, let's begin the inspection.
Right here's one of the latest pieces of gear we brought in lately. It's been incredibly helpful for us. That's why I've been pushing hard for even more super advanced equipment. I see. Honestly, this hospital doesn't even need something that high-end. It's way over budget for them. We used to be only a local community hospital, but now I want us to be able to go head-to-head with university hospitals. And that's why we need all the latest equipment. That's a great goal to have, but like June said before, some of your staff have found those gears hard to manage. And we just gotta train them tougher until they can handle those equipments.
I see. From an observer's point of view, though your staff already looked extremely busy, wouldn't this just put even more strain on them?
But in order to offer more advanced medical care, that's true, but every hospital has its own role, right? It's not all about being high-tech and giving advanced medical care to patients. Hospitals like yours that provide a broad range of general care are truly valuable to the community.
Huh. Our hospital policy isn't your decision to make. And... Actually, I think Keiichi's got a point. I agree with him as well.
But I can't really prove anything by just discussing it. So how about this? I'll bring another equipment that performs a similar function. Then we can compare and see which one fits the hospital better. That's a great idea. Honestly, I believe this equipment was one of our best decisions. But if you've got something that can top it, I'd love to see it for myself.
Alright then, let's find a patient who's willing to cooperate. There isn't any danger, unlike with clinical trials, since it's simply a diagnostic test.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. A few days later. So, what kind of equipment did you bring anyway? It's a standard diagnostic machine that's used in a lot of hospitals.
And that's it? You made such a fuss and you just brought in basic equipment that everyone's already got?
There's no way that thing's gonna outperform the latest tech we've got here. Looks like I've already won this little competition. After explaining the test to the cooperating patient, we began the procedure, and a few days later, the results came in. So, what do you think? Just look. My test results show this level of detailed data. Compared with what I have, Keiichi's equipment is alright, but it's certainly not in the same level.
True, Ryota, your results are more detailed, but...
You get what Keiichi's trying to say here, don't you?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Ryota, there's no doubt your test results are precise and impressive. But honestly, this hospital doesn't need that level of detail.
Wait, what do you mean?
Honestly, those ultra-detailed numbers are really only good for academic medical centers or specialized treatment centers. We just don't have the people or equipment to deal with such complicated cases. If someone requires that intensive treatment, we simply refer them to a university hospital. And for detecting abnormalities, Keiichi's results are more than sufficient.
But if we had the detailed data, wouldn't it help us explain things more clearly to our patients? Wouldn't that put them at ease?
Well, that's not really our job.
Sorry, what? Ryota, I completely get where you're coming from. From a patient's perspective, that's really thoughtful. But to be realistic, if you look at it from a hospital's business side, the expenditure just isn't equal to the benefit.
Plus, even if we explained it thoroughly, the specialists doing the actual treatment would still go over it again with the patients anyway.
Mind if I take a closer look at the test results? I see. So you tried combining different testing methods to boost the accuracy of the diagnosis, using solid understanding of the equipment specs.
Exactly, that's why.
But the thing about this test is, some of the measurements can shift a bit. You can see here, both findings are technically acceptable, but the values are slightly off, right? Yes, I noticed that too. The patient's fine either way, but in Ryota's data, the result leans closer to the abnormal range. Which means, depending on the case, you could misdiagnose someone as abnormal even when they're not.
That's...
If you understand the equipment's unique traits, you'll know what to do. That's why specialist hospitals have it. But only doctors with enough experience and expertise can handle that properly. You can't realistically expect that level of precision from doctors in a general hospital like this one. Listen, I can tell you're talented and I respect your passion, but if you're just going to blindly follow the latest technology and dismiss everything else, that's not a great perspective to have.
You're right.
Machines and equipment are just tools. The bottom line is, people are the ones calling the shots. And what gear you opt for hinges on the responsibilities you're in charge of. It's not about status, just varied needs.
Yes, I understand that now.
Now, you're Yumika, correct?
Yes, that's me.
Even if you didn't know about Nagisa's allergy, someone in healthcare should have noticed her meal looked different just by seeing what she ate. And even if you didn't realize it was the wine, you still should have been more careful. She's my daughter, and she means the world to me.
I'm terribly sorry about what I did.
Now, Toshiyuki. Yes? The equipment upgrades will definitely continue as scheduled, but because of the concerns that came out of this allergy incident, regarding staff awareness, procedural issues, and how the equipment is being handled, I've decided we'll hold off on using this hospital for any PR or promotional purposes.
Wait, what? But that's a huge blow to us. If we'd been featured in the Days Meditech campaign, we could have finally gotten out of the red. Whoa, what? Our hospital's in the red? You didn't know? You could have seen that in the financial reports. Hospitals everywhere are struggling to stay profitable these days. That campaign was our chance to turn things around. I was so caught up in my medical work that I didn't realize. You're going to inherit this place one day. You should at least look at the numbers. But to be honest, I might have to reconsider making you the one in charge.
Wait, what?
You can't just decide that out of nowhere. You clearly don't even understand what this hospital's role is. That's not. I respect your passion for upgrading our equipment and improving care for patients, but this outcome shows you didn't really understand the bigger picture. Still, I've proven myself as a doctor. You're a good doctor, sure, but that alone doesn't mean you can run a hospital. That advanced equipment you brought in, you're the only one who can even use it. You're basing everything on your standards, Ryota.
Wow, look at him flipping sides like nothing happened. Unbelievable. Toshiyuki has zero shame.
And when Yumika caused that incident, you were on the scene but didn't step in quickly enough. You really can't run a hospital if you miss the bigger picture.
Says the guy who's the last person to talk about that.
Understood. After an internal inspection at their hospital, Yumika received a formal warning and had to hand in a written disciplinary statement. She was also put under the guidance of one of the hospital's most seasoned, strict nurses, known for her firm but balanced approach.
This feels so suffocating.
Ryota couldn't handle the judgmental looks and just quit on his own. His ego got the best of him, and finding a new job wasn't simple. Eventually, he gathered his things and moved away. Meanwhile, once June informed the Medical Association of everything, they launched a proper investigation. The hospital's standing took a serious hit, and Doki Doki Hospital was no longer a name people considered reliable. Toshiyuki, now powerless, quietly stepped down. Had no one seen him since. On the bright side, Nagisa made a full recovery and went home. She's looking way more energetic now. As for me, being the new CEO has been going well. And then, one day...
Finally, I can have a meal here again.
A dinner to celebrate your wedding anniversary. It's good to replace the bad memories with new happy ones.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Just knowing you're here with me, Keiichi, it really makes me feel secure.
Keiichi, I'm counting on you to take good care of my daughter.
Yes, sir.